So, Tom back here for Animal Muscle, and we're going to be talking you through some shoulder prehab, rehab or strength conditioning work. So again, the main focus of this is you can use it as a warm-up if you're going to be doing push or pull workouts to warm the shoulder girdle up. If you've got a twinge in the shoulder, a lot of people get twinges in like the bicep tendon on the front here or around the back with winging scapula. This is another great way to recondition the shoulder, to put it through its range of motion. And again, it's good strength work. So if you aim to do accessory work at the end of your workout after your compound movements, put these in and you'll not regret it. So most people are common with internal rotation here with the band. So we're starting outside and we're pulling towards the body, and then again here, most common with external rotation. Now this is typically harder than internal rotation, taking it away from the body, but both are fantastic and they're really common. A lot of people do them. Again, we can do it from the front. We keep the top portion of the shoulder here elevated, perpendicular to the floor, parallel to the floor, and we just move the forearm. The shoulder's aiming to rotate in on itself. Keep it this way. So it's another great variation. And again, as I'm doing the single arm variation here, the beautiful thing is that we can turn it into a double arm variation, pulling the band either to the forehead or just over the head. And then again, you can add another motion to this, up and press up. So it's like doing a face pull with the rope, with the extension at top pressing up. This is great for really hitting the scapula. And every motion there was bent arm. And one of the most common ones you don't see is straight arm work. So we can take, standing, hopefully the camera's got me, and take the arm into straight, keeping it straight. This is taking the shoulder again into a different position, because straight arm work is important. And we can work on twisting. We can also put a bit of tension on the band, keep it lower, and again, rotate internal, external rotation. We can work on retraction of the scapula, which is pulling in, and protraction. So I'll show it from the back so you see. So again, straight arm here. So we retract, you should see the shoulder blade as if it's pulling into the center of the back, as if it's moving in towards the spine. That's retraction. We can do rotation under retraction, and we can do rotation under protraction. So we're sort of pushing the shoulder out. We can also bring it down here. Again, just turning through range of motion, okay? Nothing too overcomplicated, but I'm under constant tension here. I'm just taking the shoulder through a natural range of motion. And it's just so nice to be able to hit the shoulder in all these different variations. So we can come forward for a fly, we can shrug from an elevated position, pulling the shoulder into the center of the back. These are just some of my favorite movements to basically improve shoulder girdle strength, especially the scapula around the back. There's a lot of like the supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres major, teres minor, the rhomboids. They all contribute to how we strengthen and develop our back for pulling movements and pushing movements, and the shoulders sort of the pinnacle one that links them both together. So taking it through range of motion and keeping it healthy is just one thing we can do. And again, here we go, full retraction, pulling from right in front of us down to the waist. So yeah, and then one final one is if we go into the back here, and we're just aiming to rotate slightly on the pelvis and pull up towards the center of the back. This again, great for the anterior deltoid on the front, putting us through a really nice range of motion, which again we can make as easy or as difficult as we want depending on how much tension we put on the band. So if I step back, you know, it's got it easier. If I put more tension on the band, it's more difficult. And then if you feel like the band's too easy, you can just get a thicker resistance band. So that's some of my absolute favourites to put in, guys. And they'll have massive impacts for longevity in your strength conditioning training, your overall health, and they also help in doing as isolated training exercises. So put them in.